Hey, I want to start off by talking about the Intersteno Internet Contest this year. This is something I've done almost every year since 2010. I did not do it last year. Four times I competed in all the languages but Russian and Japanese, and most other times I only competed in English. But I'm planning on trying to do all the languages except Russian this year because they have changed how you type Japanese characters. They are now letting you use kanji no, sorry, kanji is not the right word. Romaji characters, Romaji, which is which allows you to type Japanese characters using English or Roman letters. And I was very good at this. I set a record on the program Typewell, which I used several times several years ago and uploaded the videos. And I apparently set an all-time record briefly, even though I had no experience typing in Japanese or even knew what any of the letters or words represented. Now that we're allowed to do this for Intersteno, I'm going to try and type it and see if I can win the multilingual championship over Takayaki Takayuki Nakayama again. Actually, I've never beaten him. He's the only person I've never beaten. Well, him and Milos Chernolovsky, who retired after 2010 and beat me that year. Um, Milos and Takayuki and Chalalaskin all won three multilingual championships. I've only won two, so I can even it up at three if I win this year. And since I'm now going to be able to type Japanese, there's a chance I'll be able to do that, although I'm going to want to practice in a lot of the foreign languages to get my speeds back up to where they were in 2012 and especially 2011 when I was maybe at my best at this. 2011 was the year I won both the Intersteno Mother Tongue and Multilingual Championships, becoming the only person to do that in the same year. Chalal Askin is the only other person who was able to do it, winning the Mother Tongue last year in 2019, the year I didn't compete because I was working on my book and because um, there was confusion about the entry of the American contingent. However, this year I want to talk about Intersteno especially because not only did it just um, launch a couple days ago, the contest started April 14th and runs through June 1st, but they're accepting registrations all the way until May 11th. A lot changed because of the coronavirus this year, and they're allowing people to enter Intersteno for free. So if you have ever wanted to do this, type 10 minutes long in any language, whether your own or a bunch of different languages. It is free this year, and you do not have to have a sponsor. However, there is no way to join the contest yourself by submitting an online form or anything like that. You have to write to Intersteno Management personally. Georgette Sant, that's Georgettesante, is the current head of Intersteno, and she says that potential competitors, she told me this, potential competitors may write to her at gsant@icloud.com. That's GSANT@icloud.com with the requested information. First name, last name, year of birth, country, and email address. And you might want to give her what um, language you want to type for your mother tongue because there are separate contests for mother tongue and multilingual, and there are some people who find out that they're actually faster in languages that aren't their mother tongue. Like Andrei Christescu is Romanian. Well, he now lives in Paris, but he was born in Romania, and but he's faster in English than he is in Romanian or French. So even when he went to Intersteno's live event in 2013, I believe he chose English as his mother tongue rather than either Romanian or French. I mean, it's understandable why somebody would be faster in English because it doesn't have any accent marks, and accent marks tend to slow you down whatever language it is, unless you um, create macros for yourself to type them. And Intersteno does allow you to do that. It allows you to do stenography software. It allows you to create your own macros to type characters faster. And I have done that for some foreign languages. Um, which Dan Chen, who won the 2009 and 2008 um, multilingual championships, and also finished second to me in the preliminary round of in the semifinals of the Ultimate Typing Championship before he dropped out because his employer wouldn't let him off that weekend. Um, Dan taught me how to use Microsoft Keyboard Layout Creator to type foreign languages, and if there's a lot of interest, a lot of people who want to do Intersteno this year, maybe I'll show you how to do that in a future video this month. But um, I figure there are going to be some people watching who are going to want to do it. I assume not a lot, but I assume there will be a few, and I want to give you that option since it is free this year, and most years it is not. It's it, it's like some kind of jubilee year because of the coronavirus, and I do understand the sentiment behind that. Anyway, now I'll turn my screen on. You can see my email from Georgette. Forename, surname, year of birth, country, email address, and I'd say you also want to um, designate what you want your main language to be. I imagine most people watching are going to choose English. That's what most people um, type in online typing contests most of the time, except for 10 Fast Fingers. Even the people from outside the Anglophone world on TypeRacer tend to type in English predominantly. There you go. Oh, okay, there's sites. This is intersteno.org/intersteno-internet-contests. Um, registrations March 16th to May 11th. Contest April 14th to June 1st. Even though the contest is already open, started, registration is still going on, which is atypical. There it is. We will provide an alphabetic version of the Japanese text, so each competitor is now able to compete in 17 languages. Now, I've never learned how to type the Cyrillic alphabet, so it would probably take me too much effort to get a good score in Russian, like most of the rest of the top contenders are doing these days. But I can usually beat people without Russian. I don't think I can beat people without Russian and Japanese. But since it's typing in English characters, it's possible I might actually be faster in Japanese now than the actual Japanese typists are, so we'll see about that. That does nullify some of Takayuki's advantage. Um, let's see if anybody's started yet. Um, classification list, that's where you look up the current standings. I am going to have a video of me typing in each language like I did whatever year that was. I think it was 2012. Um, but I know better than to submit it before the contest is over like I did in 2017, so I'll just record them and I guess start uploading them on June 2nd, once a day or something. Alright. Oh yeah, almost nobody has done this yet, and none of the big names have showed up yet. Oh, okay, one big name. Andrea Klagi Farsi, who was last year's Typing Zone champion, but I don't know any of these other people, but... Oh, and Andrea started with Croatian and Slovak. I guess he's doing languages in what he thinks is the order from, like, um, hardest to easiest, and those are really good scores for Croatian and Slovak. He's taking this very seriously. He might be a contender to win then. faster than him, but he's a lot more hardworking. Um, and now that I've shown you all this, I want to try and download the Typewell application again. I have used this before, like that was 3 computers ago maybe, but um, maybe only 2 computers ago, but all right, if I had a I had a .lzh file where the Typewell application is. So if I want to find something to extract it, I'm going to look for an application that will let me do that. I hope this site doesn't have malware, but it probably does because that's how inattentive I can be to security. Riveting television, huh? Alright, let me find the file while I'm waiting for that. Alright. Show in folder. Okay. And the download finished, I guess. Oh right, the download finished, but the it isn't opened yet. All right. But I wanted to show you how you do this, how to do this if you want to download the thing and practice typing Japanese yourself, which maybe a couple people will want. I know I get about 300 views a day, maybe more like 4 or 500 for the typing videos. I know people are more interested in the typing videos, but oh, encoding overloaded it. What happened there? Did all that just get lost? All right, I don't know if all that just got lost or not, but it said encoding overloaded, and then it um, turned both my video capture and my display capture off. If you didn't see that, I'm trying to. I went on info to download this thing to extract .lzh files. I suppose trying to download something while on a recording is a fool's game, although I wanted to show how to do it, but if that ended up not appearing on the recording, which it might not have, I'm sorry about that. But I'm not pausing the recording to check and see because the amount of time it takes to um, splice videos together. I mean, I figured out how to do that, but it takes so much more time. I mean, there are probably more faster and more efficient video editors that I could never afford, but all right, I'm just waiting for that to install so I can see if I can extract the Typewell file with that weird LZH extension to get that to work. Um, were you able to hear me when I had the video capture off? I suppose I'll have to try that. Try to have them both turned off and see if you can still hear me. Because that could be a neat effect to use sometime too. Should I, what should I do? I'll wait for that to go. What is something low intensity that I could do? I mean, most typing games are high intensity. I'm trying to think of something that won't be too demanding of memory. I don't want to do any of that stuff that I did on those non-typing videos because I want this to be explicitly be a typing one. Will it open already? I bet it won't. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's see if I can extract them all, or if I have to buy something to extract it, which is, oh, select folder where to put it. Alright, I guess I'll make a new one. Okay, we will see if this works, or if it's so old that, oh, 2014, it probably won't be, it probably will run. Bad file name or number, oh well. Let me look up the thing and see if I can figure it out from that. So we're going to be flying blind into this one. Oh, okay. Runtime error 52 is displayed in operating system other than Japanese Windows. But that was from 2010, and CRDM, who also helped me figure out how to get all those other sites to work, like High Games and Eurocore, told me that he wasn't able to get that to work, so it's probably not possible. So Alright, I'll try some other language instead, since that's obviously not going to work. I'll do Dutch since it has few accent marks and I don't have to um, think about configuring it, which I will do later. Um, I'll go for 10 minutes and then I'll get off after I see how I've done because that's going to be draining. I'm going to try not to talk much. Now it does have a crud. I don't know how to do that. And I just, oh, the number lock was off, so I just X'd out of it. I mean, that's something that cannot happen when I'm doing it for real. I remembered Dutch as having no accent marks. I guess there are a few. I got something else here, okay. They have several. I'm just not even going to bother with getting the accent marks right. I will when I have to for the actual contest. not worth correcting that. Yeah, but I can tell because I have that extra word there. It probably was not worth correcting that, though, even with the penalty you get for errors. I can't feel as well when I make an error in a foreign language as I can in my own, although I still can feel many of them. So glad the number lock was on and I didn't accidentally go backspace. This is the most annoying thing about this. The other is when the one line goes up before you've started to, when you make errors, the one line goes up, not exactly at the same time as you finish typing the line, so you can be in the middle of a line and it moves up and then you accidentally go to the next line. That's also annoying. No, I can't speak it, but I can obviously tell it's about fruits and vegetables in the supermarket. I think most of my typos were on the accented E's that I didn't remember how to type them, but I don't know. There are oftentimes I can't feel them and I've made like 20 errors. Ooh, 14, that's not bad. Especially since, oh, 62-16, yeah, I think that's a good score, and yeah, almost all of these are going to be the ingredientins. Alright, I typed Japanese spelled correctly in English when that was wrong. Alright. That's 3, 4. Oh, I kept typing Japanese right when it was apparently spelled the Dutch way, which is different. 5, 6, 7, and the rest were all ingredientins. And I didn't know how to type that, so really it was 7 errors if I had figured out how to do that, and that's 350 points more, so 65, 66. How is that compared to how I usually do? I know Dutch is usually my second fastest, which is why I started with this. I remember doing really bad in Dutch in 2018. 59.63. Oh yeah, I was faster, but I made a ton of errors because I think I capitalized a bunch of words in a row and I didn't realize it. I was faster in Spanish and Italian then, but usually I'm faster in Dutch, I think. 2013, I started typing all the letters and gave up like a third of the way through. Oh, mother tongue, I didn't want that. $68.14. Okay, so I'm usually a bit slower in. I'm usually a bit faster in Dutch than I was that time. I also wasn't talking probably, and I was a little conservative and not as aggressive as I often would be in typing on here. That was a little too chill. Alright, 67.27. Dutch was my second fastest there, and I did a little better there than I would have this time had I not made those errors and corrected for them. But I'm not really far off pace, and if I like avoid talking and make sure I can type every accent mark, I can probably get it back. 69.98. That looks like it might have been my best for Dutch. It was my best for most languages, probably because 2011 was my record. 2012, I got a little complacent. I had no errors over 10 minutes, although I didn't have no errors, but I corrected all the errors I made in English and won. Hakan Kurt outscored me in number of keystrokes, but lost on the errors. Alright, so I may be still competitive with where I was, and what's really going to come down to is getting faster at the Eastern European languages, honestly, which I'm usually bad at. This is my only attempt to type Russian, because I was trying to see if I could get second place, but even though I typed enough keystrokes for it, I did not type enough keystrokes for them to give me credit for typing it at all, so I ended up only in third instead of second. I'll I'll call it quits now. I'm probably going to be doing foreign language stuff, I think, for most of the rest of the month. I'll take a couple shots at Terran's 10 Fast Fingers competition record, although he did that in a few days, and that would probably take me a few years to get there. I'm gonna not fail and see what my burst speed on this is if I do not correct anything. I don't think it's 218 though. I'm simply not fast enough to break records on here without and make errors. So if people with more top speed can do that, I don't think I can. Wow, that was only 209 words per minute even with was Terran's a 218. Oh, 217, 218 was what I would have needed to beat it. This looks really fast, although I'm not going to get it, obviously, but... Yeah, that is fast. That is really fast. All right. This has significant potential for me to both break Terran's 217. Oh, I only lost by 4 characters. To beat Terran's 217 and even to beat my old 220. Oh yeah, I have to go for this. Oh well. Yeah, it's just a matter of not making a mistake, and I obviously just gave up there. How is that so easy for me to do on the first try, and now I... I made 4 errors. That was it. Alright. So that's already too much. That's so frustrating to have the speed and not be able to capture it again. With that, good enough, but I don't think it was fast enough. Yes, I called that correctly. I shouldn't have bailed on that. That might have still been fast enough. What happened there? Alright, I'm gonna hide this screen. There was something on a private chat room that Foggy sent me that shows the code for how to display your current speed at the time, so I know when to bail and when to not. But it was a private Discord, so I'm going to hide the display. Okay, here's the code, but I have to remember where to plug this in to see it. I've forgotten how to open up the code. I don't think it's page source though. I mean, I've looked at page sources before. I know I accidentally hit the code window in Google Chrome. It's a thing I accidentally push a lot. Oh, Control U. No, that's not what I want. Or is it in the inspection window? Control Shift C. Yeah, okay, this is it. Alright, so where do I plug this in? In the alright. I'm a much worse programmer than I am a typist. This is stuff I never really messed around with that people who aren't even programmers apparently do. JavaScript placed at the end of the document so the pages. Oh, there's a. Alright. I lost it. Somehow I lost it. Oh, okay. It's because of where I'm scanning in here. I'm not gonna bother. I can't find the JavaScript. I'm just gonna. If I miss something as long as between, I'm not gonna get it. I really want to figure out how to do this because I know this is one I should really get and break the record on. But I'm such an incompetent programmer, at least editing other people's code that I didn't write. I'm gonna hide this again and see in that chat room if he said where to put it. I can't figure out where to put that code. Oh, supposedly the script only works on main, not competitions. Alright. Alright, it appears it doesn't work at all. From what I read on various discords. I'm gonna keep going for it regardless, because this is something I should be able to do something great on. But you have to get lucky and not error, and you can't feel when you're making an error when you're this much faster than your average. You just can't feel errors at all. Or until they're already made. This is so frustrating. I had the speed the first time. I was 4 characters away, now I'm not even getting close. God, that's horrible. I mean, I don't enjoy doing this much, but I mean, I feel like I have to because that was so close. I don't enjoy typing for speed at all, and I mean, obviously, Taryn's gonna beat me at that. How about if I just cruise and don't try? That's the thing. I mean, even that is faster than I normally go, and even that is fast enough that I cannot feel my errors. Even a pause, I think, too slow, even if I haven't made an error, is often too slow for me to think I can get it. Sometimes, even if I haven't made an error, I pause. Can't believe this. The first two were so great. You can see how inconsistent I am because this is faster than my cruising speed. There are other people who are just more consistent at top speed. So people see how I got like 220 with 0 errors or whatever, and that's not a common occurrence because my top speed is slower than other people's top speed. So it takes me a lot more effort to get the same top speeds. It took me 5 years to get from 215 to 220, I think, or something. I think I'm way less consistent than Alpha or Czech or Terran or any of them because they just have faster top speed. So when I try to do it like they do, ugh. Nope. Really nope now. Oh, what a horrible crash. I really want to see how I'm doing throughout, so I know when to bail. Obviously, this is going to be even 200 probably. Nope. I don't know what I'm doing on girl. I mean, I can't feel. What are my notifications? Things I gotta certify. feel this is something I should be able to break 217 on. My error wasn't what I thought it was, and that's going to be it. Oh, damn it. I think that may have had the speed until that. I mean, you can't feel your errors. Are there people who can feel their errors when they're that fast, much faster than they're... That long correction, that was too long. T in a bracket. See, I mean, you cannot feel anything, and that's why I don't enjoy typing like this. But I have so few records on here, so many of them have been overtaken. This is still the one I think I could get the most. Just made 2 errors. Oh, shit. Whenever you get the long words, those cost the most. And now I'm slow. This isn't even going to be 200 now. Even though it feels like I was way on pace. Yeah. I'm getting a good job identifying whether it's 200 or not, though. Let's try this. Well, even cruising, I'm still cruising at something faster than my average speed. So I mean, slowing down doesn't cause me to make fewer errors either. But I'm curious what this would be like if I can do 100% accuracy like this. Would I get it? I don't think so. Oh, I wish I could know where I was before that. That's what I hate about this site. It doesn't tell. I That wasn't on pace anyway, but I want to see what I can do at 100% accuracy. Cruising. Yeah, if I make errors at that speed, there's no chance. I feel like my only chance now is to somehow, I mean, it's about getting lucky for me. I don't have the speed, it's about getting lucky on accuracy. That's why my record was 0 errors. Well, I thought I was going to get perfect accuracy, but I mean, even, alright, if even that's not doing it, and even the other one was faster, and I'm wearing out, alright. That was so close, and I know that if I had 1,000 tries at that, I'd probably break it, although Taron would probably even break his, so I'm gonna call it quits there. Thank you to my subscribers, to my gold tier subscribers. Linsk, Alan McCreary, Josh Poon, Taryn, Tim Jeffrey, Keegan, and to my silver subscribers, Parker Martin and Fida and Vishal Shenoy. Good night, everybody.